Hello, and welcome to Real Talk Nigeria, the podcast where truth meets courage. I'm your host, Benice. Today, we tackle a troubling issue, shaking the foundation of peace in many communities. Fulani herdsmen attacks and the ongoing invasion of innocent citizens across Nigeria. This is not just news. It's a reality for countless Nigerians living in fear. Who are the Fulani herdsmen? The Fulani herdsmen, traditionally nomadic cattle rearers, have long been part of Nigeria's social fabric, but in recent years, many of them, especially the armed factions, have been associated with violent clashes, community invasions, and deadly attacks. But why? And how did this age-old community become a national security concern? The reality on ground. From Benue to Plateau, Kaduna to Enugu, Ebonyi to Ogoniland, in Rivers State, stories are pouring in. Burnt villages, families slaughtered, farmland destroyed, lives shattered. In a recent attack in Ogoniland, the people of Ogoni confronted the Inspector General of Police, demanding immediate action and questioning the lack of arrests despite the repeated violence. The Ogoni community says enough is enough and is calling on the government to protect innocent lives before the situation spirals out of control.
What happened to people? Why can't you arrest those that are killing our people? Why is it that ever since Ogoni has been killed, nobody, police have not made any arrests? There has been no arrest, nobody has been arrested. We should go on dialogue with our killers and we should go engage our killers. Why the people that killed us are living peacefully? I know we should go and engage. At this point, you are not being realistic.
Yes, I won't say more than that. I will deliver their message to the Commissioner of Police. But my SU want to chip in one or two words.
We want to make it unequivocally clear that the Ogoni people do not have any land for the Fulani herdsmen. Our lands are sacred and must be protected, declared His Royal Majesty King Baradam Swanu. The traditional rulers urge the youth of Ogoni to exercise caution and restraint in this fragile situation. We understand the frustrations and emotions surrounding these invasions, but we must approach this matter with wisdom and avoid actions that could escalate tensions. The rulers also criticize the police for what they perceive as a compromise in handling the situation, urging law enforcement to take a more proactive and impartial stance to safeguard the rights and lives of the Ogoni people. They cautioned fellow traditional rulers against engaging with any Fulani herdsmen regarding land matters, emphasizing that such interactions could exacerbate the already tense situation. As the situation continues to develop, the Kana traditional rulers remain resolute in their call for immediate government intervention to protect their communities and uphold the rule of law. This isn't a tribal war. These are attacks on innocent people, men, women, children asleep in their homes or working their farms. And sadly, many feel abandoned by the state. Analysts point to several causes: grazing land conflicts, climate change, weapon trafficking, and poor governance. But where is the Nigerian government in all of this? While some security operations have been launched, many Nigerians say it's too late. These attacks have left deep scars, economically, socially, and psychologically. Farmers have abandoned their lands. Communities live in fear. Youths are growing up in trauma zones. We cannot be silent. Nigeria must act. Stronger security, conflict resolution programs, justice for victims, and disarmament of violent groups. Communities must also unite. Not defeat further. We can't fix this with the silence. Nigeria must enforce stricter arms control, label violent herdsmen as terrorists, empower local security networks, build peaceful grazing solutions and ranches, not open grazing chaos. Not all herdsmen are violent, an expert explains, but the armed factions have turned a peaceful tradition into a deadly crisis. From Enugu to Nasarawa, blood has spilled. People flee their homes, crops are burned, and security forces are often nowhere in sight. Beyond the killings, this conflict has driven up food prices.